Let me ask you about the game ball thing. Do you have game balls? Did you ever want a ball after a game the way Giannis did the other night?
Yes, the birthday game ball, that was my ball. And whenever I broke out somebody's score record, I made sure that I got the ball.
So
But
how
I
many?
thought
Yeah,
I
keep
would
going.
think I would think it would be an unwritten rule that if you're playing at home, the ball is yours. Like
Right?
like Rick Carlisle made a great point. Rookie, first point. You definitely need a game ball for that. But they were in Milwaukee. So how can you come to somebody else's place and take their ball? That was my only thing with it. And so that, I mean, I always thought it was like a, unwritten rule that if you're playing at your place, you get certain rights, you get certain, precedences. So, but hey, 64 points, I probably would have had that same type of energy.
What's your favorite ball that you have?
Probably the birthday game ball. Because I don't know if you remember, we were playing the Clippers, so I had a party set up.
I
And
remember.
I was the promoter. So I was going to go in and I don't know if you're familiar with the term foul shave. You know what foul shave means?
No. Should
Yeah,
I?
yes, foul shave means when you don't feel like playing, you get two, 3 quick early fouls. So my plan was to foul shave, and now we were playing the Clippers. I was like, Cole, you do it. But when I first got there, I asked for some extra tickets, and they charged me. I said, "Excuse me," because I had people flying in town. I was like, "Hey, I need 30 tickets," and they came with the bill. I was like, "Y'all charging me for this?" I was already upset. And then, the Clippers came out. I mean, because the Clippers never really beat us, but they came out that day and they were talking smack and all that, and the guys were looking at me, and I was like, "All right, just," and I was just so upset. I was like, "All right, just give me the damn ball and just watch me go to work." And then my good friend, we're good friends now, so I don't want to be disrespectful in the stories. I never knew Kareem was on their coaching staff. So like I was running up and I was like, "Is that Kareem?" And then Kareem was whispering into like one of the center's ears, and I was like, "Oh, Kareem, you gonna tell him to try?" And and then I got the ball and I did the sky hook, and Kareem never looked at me, and I was like, "You know what? I have to make the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Just look. You can look at me and curse me out, but just look at me." Like he never looked at me, so I wanted to put on a show for him.
Wasn't that the night that Phil was mad at you because of the birthday party, that he thought you were paying more attention to your party than the game?
And I was. The statute of limitations is up, and I was.
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
really was.
I remember that. I also thought, and I was curious about your thoughts of watching Giannis running around and just being so angry. I thought it was so out of character for him, but it almost reminded me of back in the day where Kobe was like, he thought he was the nice guy. Then he had to kind of act a little bit more street because he thought it was going to give him more credit. But what was your thought on Giannis and his reaction after the game and the way he handled the whole game ball situation?
I mean, I don't have any thoughts. These guys, it's their time. I have my nice kingdom run. I try not to criticize the guys unless it's about basketball. I see a lot of guys, especially now, guys taking shots at Draymond. He needs help. He needs help. Draymond has always played like that. But back to Giannis, I love the way he plays the game. He's definitely a champion. He gets respect from me. And when you want something in your kingdom, you go after it. Again, I thought it was an unwritten rule that if you're at your place, everything comes to you. But, he probably thought Indiana was trying to be funny, right? Especially after that hard foul. So he was probably still upset after that. And I mean, listen, you handle it how you handle it. It wasn't something that's going to get him suspended or something that's, but, like I probably would have reacted the same way. I actually wouldn't have to react the same way because people know better. You know who I was in the NBA. People knew better not to cross me because I would have just met him at the bus. I'd be like, you know what? We're not going to do this in the arena, but everybody got to walk through that long tunnel and meet in that bus in the back, right there where they valet our cars. I'll be right there.
So you know what I went to go watch then because of that? I went to go watch the Rick Fox, Doug Christie video because I was covering. Yeah, you were wearing pajamas. I was covering the game that night, and you remember that Rick went to him, pushed him in the face, met him in the tunnel. Remember the Kings all cleared the bench. What do you remember from this game?
I remember when Rick pushed him, and Rick had his hands on him, like back up, and he was looking at the ref. And Doug came with the uppercut. What I knew about Rick, Rick will not stop. See, a lot of people don't remember Rick was my enforcer. Like when guys fouled me hard, I would whisper in Rick's ear, touch him up. So Rick, that was his job. So after the refs threw him out, Rick ran to the back. And I already knew what he was going to do. Like I knew he wasn't going to take a shower. So Jerome ran after Rick. I had the bad toe, so I kind of like walk. I did like the Olympic fast hip movement walk. So, when I got back there, Doug Christie's wife aimed her purse at me. And I was like, don't you hit me with that purse, lady. So, they got into it. And I remember because I wanted to knock out the Sacramento Kings bodyguard. We're cool now, but he was always, whenever we had our little fake scuffles, he was like always trying to be there. So him and Vladdy came back. So I mushed Vladdy once and I mushed him twice. That's like baseball. That's strike one, strike two. Now if you get to strike three, Vladdy, and then the other guy was like, calm down. I was like, if you touch me, I'm gonna break your jaw. And then, by that time, the red coach was all back there, but it was fun. Now when I see the Sacramento Kings security guy, we just laugh at it.
Vladdy probably went back to the locker room and had a smoke and a vodka and went back out to finish the game.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.